Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 1970 cult classic film TV special that it is, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So we just talked about The Year Without a Santa Claus, which is technically the sequel to this. Mickey Rooney is the voice of Santa Claus in both those projects. He's also the voice of Santa Claus in some other holiday special where like Rudolph and Frosty are like looking for Santa who's on a summer vacation in July, but somehow Frosty doesn't melt. I've never seen it. I find it very weird because the whole thing about Frosty is that he melts. We got to talk about Frosty, but like the plot doesn't make sense. Anyway, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, 1970. My mom's all-time favorite Christmas special. Watch it every year. She reiterates constantly how she sang, to my brother and I as we learned to walk. Put one foot in front of the other, and it's just such a great prequel. It's the story of how Kris Kringle was adopted by the Kringles, even though his last name is Klaus. Klaus, even though they call it Claus, and so it's just a matter of how he became friends with the animals, how he was in the north, making friends with the Winter Warlock, then just being Cold Winter, delivering toys to all of Somberland, all the kids in Somberland, even though Burgermeister Meisterburger, refutes toys and toys are illegal, and how dare he. But then as the story progresses, the Burgermeister Meisterburgers, die out, and then people just forget about the laws, and then here we are all of these old years later where Santa's and Mrs. Claus, aka Jessica the school teacher, are thriving at the North Pole, and he can't deliver toys every so often like he used to, that he's now just doing it once a year, making it special on the holiest nights of years, Christmas Eve. There's a lot of like religion thrown into this. That's probably what my mom loves it so much, but it's still a great prequel story of the beginning of Santa Claus, how Santa came to be. The penguin Topper the penguin is absolutely hysterical. You're as pretty lost as you could be, little fella. It's hysterical. Like, why is there a penguin in the North Pole? Very well done. I like the whole reindeer flying because of these magic seeds that Winter happened to have. They all break out of jail, and it's adventurous. It's well done stop motion. It's from the same company that did all the classics of that time, and it still withholds. It's not doesn't have any jokes or connotations that we would find to be politically corrected in this time. Like, it's not like watching Rudolph, which is just a horribly mean Santa Claus and straight up constant bullying, and like it's nothing to address. It's just, this is the story, and it's presented, and it still withholds 52 years later. It's really cool to see that. So Santa Claus is Coming to Town, 1970 cult classic TV special Christmas film. On to the next review, which mahalo.